Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. In today's video, I am going to be going through a real-time plan with me for the week of March the 11th through the 17th. So this is the week of St. Patty's Day, Pie Day, my mom's birthday, all the things. So I'm popping in a water tracker down here at the bottom. I think I've already totally screwed up because I'm pretty sure I was gonna make that blue, but I'm gonna use 761 for the water tracker. Yeah, I think I was gonna do blue so that it was like even, but it's okay. We're moving on. In that case, I think what I'd like to do maybe is do a yellow as, I use that yellow, or I always feel like I struggle to find like a good pale yellow, but we'll use this one and see how we like it and get on. So I'm gonna do that. That's not bad. I like that. And then I can use blue kind of fleckled throughout here. I really wanted a green, but I'm gonna do a little watching strip, and then I'm also gonna do, should I just do all of them? You guys, I've been up since 3. So time change has me a little screwed up. Time change yesterday. So I woke up at 3, which would be 4, which is kind of semi-normal for me, unfortunately. But I've kind of got a big day, which is stressing me out a bit. So I'm gonna do, okay. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so just to clarify what's going on, these are gonna be all of my watching strips. So I'm gonna leave this to dry for a little bit, and this is 062. I got up and started watching Succession season 2, and then I want to use the green or the purple. I'll use the purple just to have like a little pop of something different. I started watching Succession season 2, and really just kind of continuing to tidy up things a bit. And I've been listening to the podcast for Succession. I wish I had put that down here. Okay, we're gonna move that. And we're gonna do a working sticker. But I'm watching Succession season 2, listening to Children of the Watch podcast for Mandalorian season 1, and Roycast as well. So I'm gonna see how that goes. It's gonna be a day, guys. It's gonna be a whole day. So I'm gonna use the unnecessary meeting. This is gonna sound really negative, so I'm just prefacing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this little dude in because I'm gonna leave here very shortly as soon as I've gotten this video or this little segment filmed. I've got a very interesting day ahead because, oh, now we're showing off how much catch-up I need to do. But essentially, I need to kind of get to the office a little bit early. Schedule and confirm calls, because I actually have a handful of interviews today, which is really exciting. So we've got 3 today and 3 tomorrow, and I am sincerely hoping for the best, and that we will find someone for my position that I'm currently in so that I can kind of move forward a little bit. I'm gonna do interviews. Miscellaneous red tail. And then I'm also gonna put in 3-hour ethics. CE. You guys, my laundry bin is behind me, and I swear I went to like a bonfire birthday party kind of thing over the weekend, and my clothes from the bonfire at the top, and I swear that's all I smell up my nose right now. It's rather debilitating. Okay, so I have a very short to-do list today because of those interviews, even though they're only going to take about an hour and a half of the day, just kind of like mentally preparing for that, and then the post of that, touching base with everyone. If you guys have ever done interviews before, then you know it's like a whole to-do. So I also haven't done them in a very long time, so I am struggling a bit with that. I am going to then use I'm going to use this one just to clear out that whole row. I think I did actually order some new ones, and they will be here this week. So as you guys could see, I have quite a bit of catch up to do. So I'm going to do update March, and I'm gonna do February 8 through 14. So those are specifically the HON pages that I just need to go through. I'm trying to like check mark 7 a day, and right now I'm just really hoping that I get to upload on Wednesday and that I don't have to like figure something else out for an upload of that day. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that goes, and hopefully I'll make it, but it's going to be a tight timeline for sure. I'm going to do a meal plan. I am currently working on meal plans and grocery lists for starting Saturday and going through literally the whole week, because it's going to be bananas, which is why I'm doing the plan with me this week and not next week. I might do a vlog. I'm playing around with the idea of doing a vlog for my actual birthday, so we'll see how that actually shakes out. Garden plan as well is something I would like to work on today, and I feel like there's one more thing that I'm gently leaving out. No, that's really kind of it. I'll leave that be and just kind of hop into, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it needs to go like right here. I want to put a super cute little cow sticker. 2, 3, 4, kind of like the 16, 17 area. So I've got birthday dinner with mom. I'm gonna let that dry a minute, but because I just have like enough to do like one more task, here, we're gonna do this. So I go ahead and write it down. Chapters 9 through 11 so that I stay on track. Now we're gonna grab that tidy that I had. Why do I feel like there was something? I don't know if I want to wait until all of my stuff. It's okay. I'll just go ahead and take it back. Nordstrom, return, and then Walmart. Okay. While I'm out, because I may need to return some of mom's stuff as well, like her birthday items may not have worked out. I swear I'm gonna finish some thoughts eventually. So as far as work goes, that's a pretty short list because of the interviews. Then my main focus right now is just like getting planners updated for filming on Wednesday morning, if at all possible, or at bare minimum, like getting the upload up on Wednesday would be ideal. And then my mom's birthday dinner is going to be at a local Italian restaurant that does free birthday dinner. So we're just going to go for her birthday. And then I'm going to need to go over to Nordstrom's. I bought a few things yesterday. I need to see if they have a smaller size and a pair of pants, just like basic kind of stuff. And then some Walmart items, like simple stuff like detergent, trash bags, boring life stuff. And then get home and I'm gonna work on laundry so that I don't smell the fire pit situation. I've already worked on dishes, but I would like to vacuum. And I need to take out the trash. But I've kind of already worked on tidying up a good bit, thank goodness, like litter boxes and things like that. So I like how this looks. I think I'm gonna leave it be. I think it's gonna be cute if I actually use the blue as like my film icon, maybe. That could be really cute. Kind of diving into tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and put a strip because I'll be continuing Succession. I don't think I'm gonna watch anything else, honestly. It'll probably just be Succession or reading or updating a planner. Like, I'm not really planning on watching anything else at the moment. I did do a Wonka marathon over the weekend and then re-watch the new Wonka again. I'm obsessed. I freaking love it. So there's that. So I'm gonna leave it alone from there. I'm not gonna set up any of tomorrow just because I really don't know what I'm gonna get done today with all of these things. And they are very like, I don't know, not like checkpoint oriented, but very, I just gotta see how far I get thing. So this is gonna be our segment for the day and I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning. And in the meantime, I'm gonna write in all of this. So we'll check in soon. All right, so it's time for planning session number 2, and it's also gonna be the final of this video because as you can see, I've already filled in all of my weather and all of my water, which means the week is over and we're gonna be using daily pages to get everything filled in. So one thing I'm gonna kind of go ahead and do is put some trackers at the top for watching. I have pretty much only been watching Succession, if I'm honest. Saturday was a little different. And Friday I did watch a different kind of movie. I'm trying to think. On Sunday it was all kind of evening watching, so we're gonna hang on to that just a bit. So that can dry and I can just pop Succession into some of these little spots here in a bit. But getting back to Tuesday, so Monday was wild. I know I said that I would be interviewing and I kind of had high hopes. I have not interviewed people in a decade, you guys. Like, that was bananas. So I am gonna go ahead and put, how do I want to do this? So maybe I'll go ahead and make the list of the things I kind of didn't get up to first, which was a lot of tidying. Usually every morning I kind of try to tidy the apartment, so it's just a question of how much I get done before I have to leave. Like, typically I want to handle the dishes and things like that. What was the other thing I didn't do? Laundry. And then I head to work. In particular, I usually try to keep my cleaning list like somewhere towards the top. And then I'll do, I think I'm gonna use this like UGG sticker because that's really kind of how I was feeling. I did have some really good interviews with people, even though, sorry, I'm gonna actually finish one thought at a time. Monday, I basically did interviews for the first time in a decade, which was bananas to me. But what also was super wild was that I had not really estimated like how much of a time suck that was really gonna be, because I was just like, cool, you know, I'll do all these interviews and then after I'll be able to just kind of like move about with my day. The problem with that theory was I needed to talk to my coworker about the interviews before we kind of like moved them over to my boss. And we just kind of wanted to have a little powwow about them. And then that took up a majority of the day, and even though she leaves early, it pretty much gave me about an hour and a half. Well, I needed to leave early on Monday for Mom's birthday dinner, and then Tuesday I could leave on time, so I actually like stayed to full, but I was able to kind of manage my time a little bit differently, and also my expectations at this point. I'm gonna put this here so that I stop having to fuff about with this. So I did have a couple other tasks that I needed to take care of that I'm gonna jot down, and some things that I moved. I'm gonna put miscellaneous retail, which is my favorite new thing to write down because it's all the little random retails. And I don't know why I was writing Pearlstein, because that was not the person that I needed to update. So I could actually draw a line through that if I wanted to. It actually was Jackson that I needed to update. And then I was listening to Roycast. I'm typically listening to either Roycast or Children of the Watch, just depending on where I am in my watching journey. HON pages 8 through 14 because I am ridiculously behind in getting 10 through 12. I'm ridiculously behind in catching up on my February pages, and we'll talk about video uploads towards the end of this when I can think a little bit more clearly. And then another reason I didn't get too much done is because it was actually a gorgeous day. And you guys, I don't know if I've mentioned this in videos yet, or I am so completely and unequivocally over the fact that every time I'm off, or remote, it seems, even remote days lately have been like this. If I'm remote and the weather is nice, I am full to the brim of crap to do. If it's nice outside, I'm at work or remote with a lot to do. If I'm off or I have flexibility, the weather is shit. It just has been that way, and I'm so over it. So Jeff and I went and had dinner at Summit's on their patio outside, which was fine. I looked nice. I don't know what else to say about it, unfortunately. Then kind of moving on, I do want to go ahead and pop in, see where some opportunities would be, and I already kind of missed it here for popping in the larger pieces. And I did go ahead and pull the March kit from 2023 because it's got like that Lucky Charms theme as well. These are much older kits as well. It was not rainy, or we have something to do. That's the other caveat lately. So like Friday's weather was, or Saturday's weather was great, and we had a crawfish boil to go to. Again, I'm not upset that I went to a crawfish boil. That was fun, but it was just, yeah. If you know, you know. It's just one of those things. So I do want to do, I might use the important or the check mark. We'll see. I have space here to like put one of the bigger boxes, but I don't really have anything to talk about because we came home. I could use the news strip across the bottom, except for the fact that I've got something there. Okay, let's see what was on the list on Monday, because it was kind of an odd Monday. I'm showing all of my mess now. You guys are getting to see how far behind I enjoy it, revel in it. Oh, I know, a majority of the day was setting up and work, so that'll do it. I did get a workout in. It's funny how, like, looking at your planner, like, you can kind of have that checklist of the day, and I mean, almost instantaneously, like, oh, I know exactly what was kind of happening. Succession season 2. And I am still at this time watching Succession season 2. Here I am gonna write something different. I was starting to watch Brooklyn. Y'all, that was a cute movie. It was a good movie. Like, it was a good movie. It's, you know, it's not too wild or crazy. It was just like clean across the board. Like, it was not difficult to watch. It wasn't, you know, too dramatic or too anything. It was fine. It was perfect. So that was really nice. It was a good film, but it took me ages to get through. I'm gonna do, I really like the idea of having some purple in here because I feel like there's a lot of blue, and that little bit of purple makes me happy. So I want to put a little play button right there. And then I do want to bring this green in. And I'm just going to kind of drag out this activity a little bit. Setup, film, post to YouTube. Okay. I would have liked to post it to Coffee Monster Co. If you guys have not seen my August setup video, it was the upload from last week. I guess we'll take a minute and talk about uploads. It was the upload for last week, last Wednesday. And if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do that if you feel like you want to, and you like my spreads. Also, if you would consider liking and subscribing, that'd be really great. But I am gonna do an artist in April series, and I'm looking for suggestions for things to read and watch, preferably nothing like super long or anything, because I'm in the middle of reading Lord of the Rings at this point in time, and still will be in April, but you know, maybe like shows, movies, documentaries, that kind of thing about either Hokusai, Da Vinci, Monet, or Van Gogh. And some things I've already watched, so if I've already watched it, I'll definitely like comment back and let you know, but it might be worth a rewatch. It doesn't necessarily have to be spot on, so I've done like documentaries. I've watched the Van Gogh movie that's got William Dafoe in it, but then I've also done stuff like Ever After is one of my favorites to watch for Da Vinci, because he's in it and helped build her dress and stuff like that. So super cute. So that's just, you know, throwing that out there. If you want to contribute, you can, you know, no pressure if you don't want to. I was probably listening to Roycast as well, so I'm gonna pop that in there before I do like a work list. Let that dry for a second. Try to find a working emoji sticker that I like, and maybe a cooking one. Lots of super cute. I do like the idea of the blue, just to kind of like keep it going. The pink would be kind of nice. I don't feel like I always have opportunities for blue, so We'll put a blue in here. And I did actually get a good bit of work done that day, I think. Caught up, rather. Oh, there was all kinds of things going on this day. I did need to go do some office shopping. I'm trying really hard not to do things before and after work just because they're kind of like on my way. I'm trying to like keep work during work. If that makes sense. I did cook a lot this day too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still have some room to put some things that I didn't do. I had 2 different Jackson things going on and a Glover thing going on. Okay, and then I think I can do, I don't think I worked out again that week. I think that might have been like the only workout. I'm working on getting some elliptical stickers as well. Let's do, it's funny, like I have all these treadmill stickers that I can't use right now. I mean, oh, I did close all my rings yesterday, which was really a fun treat. It's literally like as I was walking in the door from the gym that I completed my rings, which is great. I feel like my workout ones are somewhere else at the moment. I had stickers for myself everywhere. Right. Oh, these did not make it back where they belong. These are my trash pile stickers, the ones that got eaten alive. Oh, where? I know I didn't blow through that entire sheet already of workout stickers. They're hiding somewhere. Ah! We'll use the one with the little bit of green in it to be on theme with the week. Pop it right there. I'm gonna guess it was 1 hour on the elliptical. That's just my MO these days. Okay, so I would have worked out and read Lord of the Rings. I did not get to really many things that I wanted to do regarding the patio, which proved to be really great because Jeff actually surprised me over the weekend with a seed starter kit, which is nice. And it fits my seed pods perfectly, so I'm very excited about that. And then I also cooked. I'll put these away. Let's see if there's a cooking sticker that I want to use. Maybe that one. I'll use a different cooking sticker for later in the week. This I'll do. So I kind of like the idea of doing like a Thanksgiving in the middle of the week every now and again. Like it's just kind of, or not in the middle of the week, in the middle of the year. So like I don't get like, I'm not hard and fast on, I'm wondering if I want to do little check marks by that. I don't know. I feel like that encompasses the whole thing. So we're going to leave it. Sorry, random thought process there. Broadcast can go there. Perfect. I like a kind of Thanksgiving dinner in the middle of the week, or in the middle of the year. Wow, I can't speak. Every now and again, and that's super fun for me. And so I did that. Like I made stuffing, and I was gonna make sweet potato casserole, but I kind of ran out of time. And this is comical. So I was going to eat this apple blossom thing, so that's why I didn't make my sweet potato casserole, because it's basically a dessert in of itself. It's delicious, but it is definitely a dessert in of itself. So I made gravy. I baked turkey breast that was like about this big, and then I made stuffing and green beans, so it was just like a nice little plate. And my thought was, okay, I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna eat the apple blossom with some ice cream, and it'd be like my little cozy dessert. Y'all, I literally got done packing up the food, and it's sitting on the counter, and Jeff calls, and he's on his way over. And then I did try to convince him, but he is very like health conscious during the week, so he's kind of like hard pressed and hard convinced at those for those kind of things. So unfortunately, that did not go over the way I envisioned. I do want to use one of these little banners down here for the party, I think. Or maybe a box. Or maybe a bag or a tag. Sorry. This would be kind of cute. It's like jovial. I kind of like that. And it was a late day at the apartment, so I think, and I've got space, so I'm gonna just put that up there so that I kind of keep that at the forefront of my mind, and we can flip to the next page so I can see. Look at all those work things I did, and that's freaking awesome. I know I came home and like really just kind of went to bed as well, so I'm gonna do tidy apartment. I don't think I did laundry or anything like that. Laundry vacuum, nope. My struggle right now was getting to vacuum, and I finally got to it. Actually, I didn't. Jeff 100% helped me out, fix the vacuum, and then vacuumed to make sure it worked, which was primo helpful. And then what's super important about this is I actually needed to do a meal plan and a grocery list really bad that day, because I had so many things between the crawfish boil here, St. Patty's here, in bulk the following week, like, and my birthday. Like, I really needed to do a bunch of stuff. This day was a little bit more catch up and crazy, because it was finally my first day that I could work without being interrupted, really. And again, it was going to be a long day. I'm going to use the blue for this. See what all I want to translate. I literally did get, I think, everything done for the most part, except for CE and the 318 appointments printed. Allocations. I'm trying to also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can go to 18 because I really didn't get home until then. Let's see, Sornberger. I'm gonna leave it there because that's kind of the end of the list for real. And then okay, so I'll leave that there. I want to use, like I said, a sticker for the office or the party. I like that for Saturday a little bit more, and this is really similar to that, so let's do this little box. I don't know that that's in there straight. I don't feel confident about pulling it up either. Oh. Oh, that's terrifying. Still not confident about it, but it's staying at this point. I'm gonna put that there, and then I went home and went to bed. It was a done day after that, so I didn't really do anything. So I'm gonna leave that there. And then going into Friday, I was remote. Thank the good Lord. I had a ton to do, so we'll get into that. First things first, I need to find kind of like a errands shopping type of, a grocery shopping type of thing. Have I used all this? Okay, I have. So I'm just down to like couple things. I noticed that I didn't use the shopping very often. As you can, I've had these probably for 2 or 3 years now. It just takes me ages. I go through the grocery ones a little bit more frequently. So I do want to use this because it was definitely like this. And just to be preemptive, I'm gonna go ahead and put some type of event sticker. I think I'm gonna use this one. And I'll save the little Lucky Charms thing. I wanna use another box for sure. For the crawfish boil at Justin's. So I got there like 3:30, 1, 2, 3. So I'll put it here because I did leave pretty early for that. Boil at Justin's. And then that went for the rest of the day. I think I might do some notes kind of thing. I'll use the little mint colored one since I was doing kind of notes that way over here. Unless I feel like doing blue. I like the green idea. I don't know why I've jumped well, I know why. It's because I wanted to make sure I didn't go over the line. So I spoke with Katie, which is a friend of Justin and them. It's a friend of the group, and she is a sourdough queen, and she's going to teach me how to make sourdough, which is really, really great. If I think of other things, I'll pop them in here. I know for one, I do want to make a note that Zach did come. Because that is monumental, because he wasn't feeling super great. I met a couple new people that I didn't know. I'm trying to think of like anything else. I felt super stuffed. So I might do like bloated, because I felt so bloated. I'll definitely talk about that when I get there. But I'm gonna leave the little grocery shopping thing there, and we're gonna backtrack a bit. Sorry, I did get off on a bit of a tangent there. Okay. So Thursday. So I literally went to a million grocery stores, I feel like. Sprouts, Target. Publix, Kroger. I feel like it was in that order as well. And I even did Nordstrom returns that day. And I was listening to Roycast, I think, most of the day. Because I think I ran out of podcasts on Saturday and switched back to Children of the Watch. I think it was Roycast up until that point. So I'll put a space for that while I was driving around. Then I need to find something for a car. Because there were lots of fun car things I need to accomplish. I hope that this spring, she really shocked me that she didn't come out with like a spring errands, and the weather was a bit of a mix, so maybe I have a different cart I can use. But it was a lot of car-related things. Obviously, with my birthday coming up, it's just kind of like the normal maintenance type of things. I was not aware that every state doesn't have to do emissions until the other day, because my coworker's like, yeah, we don't do that. I was like, what? And she lived in Georgia, so like she knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I thought that was super funny that she did not know. I would say do, but that's kind of not on our. I know I have like an activities cart somewhere in here. There it is. I could do black, I could do blue, I could do yellow. I'm gonna do the blue. Even though I wasn't like super thrilled. So I needed to go to AutoZone, and it really was like a mix of weather. Like it looked like the bottom was going to fall out all day, and it literally sprinkled a couple times, but it looked crazy. And I did not get to go to Take 5. I 100% ran out of time. And same with the car wash, which I'll put on there. It was on the list. And then I needed to do some other car tasks. Work-wise, I really didn't have much to do, which was kind of nice. I had gotten a lot done on Thursday with the fact that I had to stay late. Again, and I've talked about this before, I really try to make use of that time that I'm there late or there early or what have you, because I think it's super important that I get my crap done so that I can kind of have more of the day. I'm going to use the pink for this if I have room. I don't really actually have room. So we'll put the pink back. I don't really, without running into something, which is why I put this here where I did. Okay, so let's chat through some work things, which were, like I said, really simple. Siebert, Seibert. First app, follow up. I really should have done some CE stuff, but I didn't. And then I tried to call North Am, but they were already closed for the day by the time I called. I didn't know that they did half days on Friday, so that was enlightening. It was also payday, so I needed to concentrate on that a good bit and get some things paid. So I'm going to find a payday sticker. It shouldn't be super difficult. See what else I've got. Okay. So all that can kind of go together. I'm gonna pop Roycast in right here, and then put a little bar in right there. And I kind of want to find a watching sticker for this. Very cute one that I can pop in here. I swear blue is like the go-to. Oh, I could do the purple. I don't get to use the purples very often, so this will be perfect because it'll bring that purple out in a couple places. I don't know why I wanted to catty corner that all of a sudden. Like where I wanted it all loppy, lopsided. So back in the day, Disney Channel movies were everything. Okay, like you would get so excited to watch a Disney Channel movie, and like you would wait for them to come out. This was like before streaming was like a thing, and like it was they're not the highest budget films by any stretch of the imagination. Like they're pretty basic, but it was just always fun. And I just remember that a lot as a kid. And I remember, I'm gonna do this blue. Okay. Whoa, calm down, Hercules. But yeah, Disney Channel movies were a thing. So let me know if that was a thing for you too back in the day, because I quite like them. Too much bread. I literally ate so much sourdough, it was obscene. But I was super uncomfortable, and I was wearing like a button down dress, so that was just not a cute look for anybody. And then I'm gonna do, I'll just do another thing, and I think I know how I'm gonna end it, but don't know 100% yet. But Disney Channel movies were a big deal to me growing up, so whenever I was like kind of starting to try to find some Irish things, I was going to take a break from Succession because my coworker who watches it with me needed to catch up a bit, so I just wanted to give her the opportunity to do that, and that's what I did. And I chose to watch a couple Irish themed movies, so that's why I watched Brooklyn. I was gonna watch Wonder on Sunday with Jeff. Like I thought that would be like up his alley, but we ended up not watching that. Cook. I had to make all these things, by the way. So there's really no getting around it. Guinness beef stew, which meant I got to have Guinness for breakfast, which was quite comical. I thought I was so smart as well that I was gonna cook all this food cheese ball. Sorry, I don't mind going over. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make all this food and then I'm gonna get ready. That is a really big dot, but oh well. And then I'll take a shower because I didn't want to smell like all the things that I was cooking. Didn't want to do that. So I was like, okay, no big deal. I'll cook all the food and then I'll get ready. That was my vision. You guys, my dress that I was gonna wear was literally hanging up in the kitchen because I don't know why I didn't stick it in the bathroom, but I didn't notice that it was like hanging off of a cabinet because it was just like a taller place for me to put it, which sounds really weird if you don't know the layout of my apartment, but basically like I could hang it from a cabinet handle so that it wasn't in the bathroom. Why did I do that? I don't know, but it took me all the way to the end of cleaning to figure out, and I was like, really? So I had to spray it down, and I was gonna try to put it outside, but it's such a long dress, wouldn't have fit there. Yep, that was just where we are. So, Children of the Watch podcast can go there. And then I'm gonna do tidy apartment, tidy kitchen. That was like the main thing, was getting like a ton of dishes done. I really didn't get to do much else. I was just like in a massive cook-a-thon. It's like, why am I missing a page? See, I've at least got those pages done. That counts for something. With no to-do list on Sunday, so we're gonna have a fun time figuring that out. And then I did work on merch PL kit. I'm just gonna do Children of the Watch. I don't know why I put podcasts after it sometimes. Okay. The boys came to bed at like 3:30 in the morning. That's why I wanted to put that there. If anything else, I'll put it. But for the most part, that's when the day ended for them. So then we did all sleep in, as you can imagine. I really shouldn't have put that there. It's okay. I'm gonna do... I could do some like tidying stickers, but it's okay. Tidy Justin's. I did not need to mark that off. The main thing that I wanted to tidy at the house was like dishes and keep going on the kitchen, just so that it wasn't like a completely manic experience. I was still watching a little bit of Brooklyn too. Lots of Children of the Watch. I did listen to Roy Cast in here too. That was like the day that I ran out of podcasts. I'm not gonna put it because then it'll just look weird. We didn't end up going to breakfast. I just kind of came home and then repacked and went to Jeff's. So this is something that I do want to talk about. I had very high hopes that a package was going to arrive on the day that I needed to film it and post the video. So this is why there wasn't a Sunday upload, basically. The package that was supposed to come still is not here, which is stressing me out, and I'm gonna have to reach out to somebody probably today about it. Hopefully it's just like a quick, easy fix. Either way, I'm hoping to have 2 uploads on Sunday to make up for it, so I'm really sorry about that. It happens every once in a while where something just does not go to plan, and I have to kind of just pivot and deal with it. And go from there. So it was what it was, and I am super sorry, but I will make up for it and have 2 uploads this coming Sunday. Brooklyn, I'll mark that off. I did work on the merch PL kit, which will definitely be one of the videos. I thought like maybe I could rush and get it done and give you guys the PL kit, but I really didn't want to do that. I'm not gonna do that right there. That was silly. Yeah, so I didn't want to rush and get an upload together for you guys. That really didn't make a lot of sense. Then use this. can tell I've been talking for too long because I'm getting a little drained and making simple mistakes. So we finally got to eat the Guinness beef stew. I would have let it go longer if it weren't for the fact that I had to go to the crawfish boil. So, that was our St. Patty's meal, was Guinness beef stew with mashed potatoes and green beans, and it looked absolutely great and tasted even better. Like I said, I would have let it go a little bit longer. I think it would have been more tender, but I think I'm going to try to just chop up the remaining meat and put it back in the juice and get like egg noodles or something to turn it into like beef noodle soup or something. I think it would be really, really good. But I haven't gotten the noodles to do that yet. And then we watched Damsel, which was okay. And then I don't know if I've written this down yet, so I don't know how many lines it would need. I feel like I did. But it needs a lot, so. And then we went to bed very, very early, as you can imagine. Jeff was feeling rough. I was fine because I went to bed at like 9. My feet were killing me because I had literally been on them all day, and I don't know why we didn't have chairs out where we were sitting, out in the driveway. But Jeff and I have also been watching Turning Point, which it says down here what it is. Okay. The Bomb and the Cold War. I knew it would fit with 3. But we watched Damsel. I don't know. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Like, I would say like 3.5. Like, would I rewatch it? Nah. Would I put it on the background? Maybe. I don't know. It just seemed very, I don't know. I just really didn't love it. And then I'm really into the Turning Point. I've seen the first one, kind of talking about 9/11 and the War on Terror. And then we kind of wanted to finish this and then watch Oppenheimer, because we still haven't seen it yet. Sorry, we're really late to that party. Yeah, I can start picking up because we're done now. But basically, oh wow, this week turned out really pretty. I am not disappointed, even though I had to do the whole thing from like daily pages. Not a bad thing. But if you guys are into like kind of historical documentary type of things, I would really recommend both of the Turning Points. In my personal opinion, they're not very politically aligned in any one way or another. So like if you're worried about it like leaning one direction or another too much, I think that's why I loved the first one so much, and I have recommended it to a lot of people. If you've hung out for a while, then you heard me rave about it back then. But I liked this one as well for the same reasons. It seems a bit more jumpy, but the premise is that it kind of takes you all the way back to like how nuclear weapons were, where it all originated from, like not just like from the Oppenheimer sense, but like it takes you back to like why nuclear weapons were even a thing, how they happened, like. And that's what I really love about the War on Terror as well. Like it went way back and explained like the different groups that were involved on both sides and how things evolved over time. And one thing that was really interesting that we watched on the episode last night was Jeff was thinking about, we were talking about they discussed kind of like where fake news, quote unquote, started. And it was kind of in the Soviet era of planting stories to turn people against each other. Like that kind of really saw its first resurgence. And I thought that it was really interesting to see they're more factual based than anything. which is what I love. Like, they keep the facts, and they have representatives and speakers and guests and from all across the board. So like, there's OSS great grandchildren on there. There's children, there's grandchildren, great grandchildren of certain party members or people that were involved that were quote unquote on the bad side, I would say, or like on the opposing side of the US. And so, which is how they're going to frame it, but they don't frame it that way, which is great. So sorry, that was my little soapbox. If you're looking for something semi-educational to watch and like Oppenheimer or like that kind of thing, I would really recommend that. But I'm going to take my hands off of this again so that you guys can see. I hope that this proved informative and reminds you that you can still fill in a week at the end of the week, use your daily pages, and you won't have that hard of a time. And I love doing this like little documenting style underneath certain things. So I really like the different pops of color across the board. I like how this spread turned out. I don't have any, and I am glad that I'm finally getting smart enough to use parts of my kit and put them down so that I don't miss an opportunity. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And again, I'm so sorry you guys didn't have a Sunday upload, but I promise you'll have two. I'll have plenty of time over my little birthday holiday to get them out to you. I'm so excited. Psst, I turn 33 tomorrow, if you're watching this on the 20th. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I am so appreciative to all of you guys. I will see you next time, but until then, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands.